is available to watch this live or not, but I thought I'd give a health update. Um, Looks weird. I've got Mama's pink pillow behind me, but anyway, I'll put it in my arm. So the health update is that as of right now, it's been kind of chaotic. So first, they told us that Mama was going to be discharged Tuesday. They came in right as I had a telehealth appointment over the phone with the infectious disease expert because they put her on Cipro. They put her on a Z-Pack antibiotic. So I thought, well, ciprofloxacin it doesn't cover ABLS, this particular powerful bacteria that she has. So my mama has a very extremely potent bacteria that was pretty much immune to all of the antibiotics that they had available. So the nursing department here put her on an antibiotic that was the most powerful you could go from. Like it's azithromycin, I believe, or is it ciprofloxacin? I believe it was ciprofloxacin. Cipro was the most powerful that they could do. And well, then we had an appointment today, virtual telehealth appointment with the infectious disease expert. But the case manager comes in and hands us a paper saying, "All right, sign this. You're discharging Tuesday." And I thought, but 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 the Z-Pack is not working. She's still got that extremely bad bacteria in her, and falling out and feeling like she was from square one. I thought, we don't want that, especially given the fact a surgery's coming up, and a surgery puts you at risk more for that particular bacteria. It puts you at risk more when you have a surgery. So that puts her even more, having more susceptibility for the virus expanding through her system, and we don't want that, or even having other viruses come in there. So what they're doing is, finally, we got on top of things. We got on top of things and contacted several people, and they situated it. And right, the infectious disease expert was live with us and said, "I want to speak to a staff member." They didn't want to be on the phone, but they had to. I showed one of them, and she said, "Okay, well, I'll get with one of the managers here." So the manager, he's a really nice guy. They've all been really nice to us, but it's just the relaying of information that's not doing so well. So what they did was they contacted him. They talked to him, and he got the number of the main guy here, and then he's contacted him many times saying she needs this new antibiotic, this extremely powerful ertapenem. Now, ertapenem is a intravenous antibiotic. You can do it through IV, which is what they prefer. It goes through the system quicker. So they're going to administer the ertapenem daily for 10 days. So they'll have to likely cancel Tuesday's dismissal date and move her to a date of like the 10th or 11th of October. I don't know the date specifically. It's still up in the air. They said it's still considered pending. They do not have a dismissal date now. So that's what they're doing. So she's still got to see the infectious disease expert on the 10th and follow up and see if this antibiotic has killed that bad bacteria. See if it's killed that ABLS or ASBL virus in her. So, hey, how are you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing okay as well. But yeah, they said that they're going to try to administer that antibiotic intravenously. So through the IV, they're going to put a midline in. I don't know if they're doing that today or not. Some of the people, most of the staff here is great with me. They really always ask about Mama and how I'm doing, so that's good. But the relaying of information has been not so great, and they wondered, well, I'll talk about that another time, but they've been great. I mean, I love the people out here. I do. Yeah, you get a couple of sticklers in every bunch, a couple of bad apples in every bunch, obviously, that are not as good as others, but I don't talk about it. No names, nothing like that. I don't do that. That's just, when you tell things, but you have to handle the situation and take care of things. But when you blab about certain things, it does no good for you. So that's what they're doing. Ertapenem IV, 10 days. It's going to be daily, and hopefully it will nip it in the bud. I'm hoping. We hope and pray. So, but the thing is, she's got to see the infectious disease expert again on the 10th to find out whether this antibiotic has killed that bacteria. It's one of the more powerful ones for that particular strand. Now, there are 8 different kinds you can use for that strand, and I looked it up to see what you could do for that, and I told them, hey, Z-Pak doesn't work for this. And they're like, oh, it should. And I was right. It doesn't. I was like, why should I have to be the one that was trying to tell them that? But anyway, I told them that, and they find out today from the infectious disease expert himself that's not going to work. They need to put her on ertapenem immediately. So they're getting that going, and discharge date's been changed, but it's still up in the air. So on the 10th, they've got right now, as of now, it will be 10 days, and it might be the 10th. And then after the 10th, on the 12th, she has an appointment with her urologist/surgeon. So he's supposed to they're in the hospital. So she's supposed to go to the hospital at about 1 p.m. on the 12th of October. And then an hour later at 2 p.m., she's got to go to the urologist, and then he'll relay the information of what the x-ray looked like. And then they'll set up an appointment for her kidney stone surgery. And then after the kidney stone surgery, a week later, they take out the stent. But we want to make sure that infection, that bacterial infection, is out of her system before the surgeries. And I don't know, they'll keep her in here for 60 days without having to pay. But after that, we'd have to pay, and that's a pretty penny for that. But anyway, we wouldn't be able to do that. But hopefully, it would work out. It seems for the 60-day period anyway, if they just keep her in here through the surgery date. Yeah. But yeah, we're hoping that they'll get that bad bacteria out of her system, taken care of before the next surgery, and that one doesn't set back in, because if they could have done the surgery sooner, then that would also help to not have that bacteria come back in her, because surgeries increase risk for ESBL bacteria. So it's a gamble. It is a gamble. You just never know. I know that things like that happen. I mean, it's just part of life itself, but we're hoping that this gets just, taken care of. And they say there's a lot of stuff going on in this world between now and then too, and crazy times, Yes, most of the staff is treating us well. There's one, like I said, I'm not getting into it, but oh yeah, we got to keep our head up, my friend. That's for sure. That is for sure. There's one that's actually, there's a couple. Like I said, there's always a couple of sticklers in every group, but there's a couple that were friendly, but are less than friendly now. But I still try to be nice to them. They kind of acted like, here's your stuff. It's like, I don't know about that. But anyway, and she tried to give my mama her blood pressure medicine when her blood pressure was already, she told her she didn't, but I looked at them, and mama looked at them and was like, wait a minute, this is the code for blood pressure pill. And that I didn't like either. Her blood pressure was 110/59, and they told her, you don't need blood pressure pills right now. But they still gave her a couple. And I thought, because see, there's carvedilol, which the carvedilol is supposed to actually balance your, it's not only that, but it's supposed to help with pulse. But the other one is supposed to be for blood pressure itself only. And why would you give someone blood pressure medicines when your blood pressure is 110/59? You don't want to do that, especially when they said they didn't. Anyway, they're having a lot of issues today with, it's not necessarily, it's a couple of the people in there. The rest of them are great, but they're having issues with communication and their system information. And so that's another thing that they're having issues with. But as far as mama, I'm not getting into everything. I especially don't want to, because I have had personally such a great experience with all the people, and they have been so great working with me, like I said, except for a couple of them. And for some reason, those couple of people are the ones they keep putting over in our department. But anyway, But most of the staff knows me by name, and they always holler at me and they speak with me, and so yeah, that's great. But yeah, they're going to do that. See, our best bet is to wait till after all the surgeries are said and done to see any endocrinologist, because you don't want to remove parathyroid glands. You just don't want to remove parathyroid glands when you're not certain right now on how the body's going to be, because she's also taking some calcium medicines to lower the calcium and to lower, balance some hormones because of parathyroids overworking. So it's hyperparathyroidism is what's going on with her at the moment because of her endocrine system having issues. So it's confusing. It really is on what to do. But the one thing we know we're doing, on the 10th, we see the infectious disease expert. On the 12th, she's supposed to have another meeting with the surgeon after having an x-ray at the hospital. And then they go from there and set up the kidney stone removal on the right kidney, and then a week later the stent removal. So it'll probably be the end of October, sometime in November, who knows. It's been a consistent thing, something consistently happening. So anyway, I'll put my link below after this video gets uploaded. If anyone wants to show support on, I might actually add another, because medical bills are coming in. That's fine. That is fine. I appreciate your love and kindness. Anyway, I do appreciate it. And prayers and love, everything. I'll put the link below to my, I might set up another as far as GoFundMe. But right now, I've got to get back in there and make sure everything's going okay. Because I like to monitor the situation, make sure everything's being properly done. But I will say that, thank you. Keep her in your prayers. Definitely do. Thank you very much. But I might put the GoFundMe below, and PayPal, Cash App, whatever. If anyone would like to show support to help pay for bills and things. But if you can't, that's fine. I understand everyone has their own situations going on. But I've got to get back in there to her and see, because if anyone's coming back in there, I think they're coming back in with more information, and I will have to check on that. I will do another live stream later, and I'll talk to all of you as soon as possible. And I want to thank you for joining today. I appreciate it greatly. I will talk later. Have a great rest of your day as well, my friend. Thank you. So, let's see if I can. I love you all very, very much. Well, I'm going to try to... Thank you. I can't hardly see the screen now. Well, all that did was turn the camera around. Okay, let's see. Alright, so I will talk to everyone later. Okay, I think it's about ready to stop streaming now. This phone's going to die anyway. Alright. Much love. God bless. I guess I can show this beautiful tree before I go. This wonderfully shaped tree. They have a lot of nice trees here. Beautiful blue sky. Alright, let's see. Go.